Hello dear learners, my name is Srishti Tamrakar. I am from Department of Commerce and Management, Pandit Sundarlal Sharma, Open University, Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur. Welcome to our first chapter, Introduction to Marketing. In this module, we will explore the foundational principles that govern how business create and deliver value. The world of business is not static, it is in a constant state of evolution. Marketing as a core function of business has evolved right alongside it. We can trace its origin back to the ancient barter system, where goods were exchanged directly for other goods, long before the concept of money was established. As human civilization progressed, we developed currency, which formalized transaction and exchange. Today, in the 21st century, we engage in complex digital transaction using internet banking, credit card and e-commerce. All these significant changes are driven by the growing and changing requirement of human beings. Modern business is dynamic and understanding marketing is the key to navigating this dynamic environment. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to clearly define marketing from both a managerial as well as customer focused perspective. You will understand how marketing serves as both a strategic business function and a value creation process for consumers. You will also be able to identify and explain the core elements of marketing, which includes need, want, product and value, and how these form the foundation of all marketing activities. Next, you will learn to difference between the major 5 marketing concepts or philosophies that guide business strategies across different eras and industries. Along this, you will be able to distinguish the critical difference between the selling concept and the marketing concept, understanding how the focus shifts from pushing product to satisfying customer need. And finally, by conclusion of this session, you will be able to contrast the traditional concept of marketing with the modern customer centric approach, where building long term relationship and creating value for both the customer and company lie at the heart of marketing practice. Let's begin by establishing a clear definition. How do we formally define marketing? The American Marketing Association provides a managerial definition. It states that marketing is the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion and distribution of ideas, goods and services to create exchange that will satisfy individual and organizational goals. This definition highlights the functional aspect of marketing, the 4 P's, which we will explore later. A second, perhaps more modern definitions come from marketing expert Kotler and Armstrong. They define marketing as the business function that identifies customers' needs and wants, determines which target markets the organization can serve best, and design appropriate products, services and programs to serve these markets. So, the key takeaway here is the shift in focus from a process of executing tasks to a process of identifying and serving customer needs. To truly understand marketing, we must first understand its core elements. The very starting point of all marketing activity is need, want and demand. It is crucial to understand the distinction between these 3 terms. Now, what is need? A need is a basic human requirement essential for survival. We need food, water, air and shelter. All these are need. Now, what is want? A want, on the other hand, is the extra satisfier of a need. Wants are not essential for survival, but are desired. For example, you may need transportation, but you may want a luxury car. The car satisfies the need in a specific desired way. So, what then is demand? Demand is a want that is backed by the ability to pay. You may want that luxury car, but you only create a demand for it if you have the willingness and the monetary power to actually purchase it. So, marketing seeks to understand and satisfy all these three terms. Now, the next element is product. A product is the entity, either tangible or intangible, that is offered to satisfy a need, want or demand. Product can be physical good like a motorbike or a laptop. They can be intangible services such as banking consultation or a haircut from a salon, or they can even be ideas such as political campaign or a public health initiative. Often products are blend. For example, the car you purchase, it is a tangible good, often come with an attached warranty, which is an intangible service to provide more value. This brings us to value, cost and satisfaction. Now, let us understand what is value. Value is the consumer's estimation of the product's capacity to satisfy their need. When a consumer decides whether to buy a fan or an air conditioner, they compare how much each one costs, what benefit they will get and how satisfied they will feel after using it. Now, if we have a product and a customer with a need, how do they connect? This occurs through exchange and transaction. An exchange is the simple act of obtaining a desired product from someone by offering something in return. On the other hand, a transaction is the formal trade of values between two or more parties, typically involve money. But modern marketing goes beyond a single transaction. It focuses on building a relationship and network. A marketer aims to establish a long-term relationship with key parties, not just customer but also suppliers and distributors. This creates a marketing network which consists of all the company's supporting stakeholders, including employees, agencies and retailers who work together to deliver these value. Finally, we have the last three elements: the market, marketers and prospect. Traditionally, a market was a physical place where buyers and sellers would meet. In marketing, the term market refers to the set of all actual and potential buyers of a product. It is basically the place or a situation where buying and selling or the exchange of goods and services take place. Within this market, we have marketers and prospects. A marketer is the person or entity looking for one or more prospect to engage in an exchange, where a prospect is someone who the marketer identifies as being potential, willing and able to engage in that exchange of values. So, let us briefly recap these core elements. Marketing begins with need, want and demand. After that, these are filled with a product. The customer assesses the product's value, cost and satisfaction. This leads to an exchange or a transaction which ideally build a long-term relationship with the market. A process managed by marketers seeking prospect. These elements forms the basic building blocks of all marketing activity. Now that we understand the elements of marketing, we must explore the philosophies that guide how a company conducts its marketing. These are known as the concept of marketing. The concept represents the evolution of business thinking. All organizations do not use the same method of marketing. Their way of thinking or business philosophy decide what they consider most important. We will now examine 5 key concepts: the production concept, the product concept and the selling concept, and finally the market concept and the societal marketing concept. The first and the oldest philosophy is the production concept. This concept holds that consumer will prefer products that are widely available and inexpensive. The entire focus of company guided by this concept is on achieving high production efficiency, lowering cost and ensuring mass distribution. Think of Henry Ford's early Model T. The goal was to produce a large number of cars at a price the average person could afford. This concept is still effective in developing market where basic availability and affordability are the primarily concern for consumer more than so that advanced feature of that product. Next we have the product concept. This philosophy is in many ways the opposite of the production concept. It assumes that consumer will favor products that offer the best quality, performance and innovative features. A company following the product concept invests heavily in research and development and engineering, believing that a superior product will essentially sell itself. Companies like Apple and Dyson are excellent examples. They focus on technical excellence and superior design, targeting customers who have the value and quality the most priority. And they are also willing to pay a premium for it. Selling concept. This concept operates on the idea that consumer will not buy enough of organization's product unless it undertake a large scale aggressive selling and promotion effort. The focus here is not on what the customer wants, but on selling what the company has already produced. This is often used for unsold goods, products that customers do not typically think about buying, such as insurance or real estate. The goal is short term maximize sales volume through persuasive tactics, often at the expense of building a long term relationship. Now, we see a major shift in thinking with the marketing concept. This is a customer centered sense and response philosophy. Unlike the selling concept, which tries to find customers for product, the marketing concept aims to find the right product for its customer. It starts by identifying a well-defined target market and their customer need. Then it uses integrated marketing coordination among departments to deliver superior value. Under this concept, profit is not the primary goal. It is the natural outcomes of delivering outstanding customer satisfaction. Companies like Amazon, Nike, which adopt to consumer feedback and lifestyles are prime example of this. The final and most evolved philosophy is the societal marketing concept. This concept asks a critical question: is satisfying immediate customer wants always good for consumers and for society in long run? The societal marketing concept maintains that the organization must balance three key considerations. First, customer need. Second, company profit, and third, societal well-being. It integrates social and ethical responsibilities into marketing. Brands like Patagonia, which emphasizes environmental sustainability, or Dove with its Real Beauty campaign practice societal marketing. They aim to build long-term trust by delivering value in a way that benefits both the consumer and society as a whole. Let's quickly review the evolution of these concepts. We moved from the production concept, which focus on availability, to the product concept, which focus on quality, to the selling concept, which focus on aggressive promotion, Then a major shift occurred to the marketing concept focus on customer needs, which finally evolved into societal marketing concept which focus on customer need and society well-being. This progress moves from an internal company focus to a broad, eternal and a long-term perspective. A common point of confusion is the difference between marketing and selling. Many people use the terms interchangeably, but as we have just seen, they are very different and in many ways opposites. The selling concept starts with the sellers. It focuses on the seller's existing products and aims to convert those products into money through sales volume. The marketing concept, however, starts with the buyer. It focuses on the buyer's need and wants. Its aim is to convert those customer needs into a product, thereby creating value and as a result customer satisfaction. In short, selling is a narrow defined concept focused on transaction. On the other hand, marketing is a broad concept that includes the entire process of identifying, creating and delivering value to a customer and ends with their satisfaction. Let's formalize this distinction by looking at traditional concept of marketing. This is essentially the selling concept which we have discussed earlier. Its focus is product centered. It assumes a product exists and the main challenge is simply to sell. It is driven by sales and promotion using one-way communication to persuade buyers. The primary objective is to maximize sales volume for short-term profit with very little regard for customer feedback or long-term relationship. This is a push strategy. In contrast, the modern concept of marketing is what we define as the marketing concept and societal marketing concept combined. Its focus is entirely customer oriented. It starts by assessing customer need. All functions of businesses like product design, pricing, promotion and distribution are then integrated and coordinated to satisfy these needs effectively. The objective here is not short-term sales, but long-term profit through customer satisfaction. The belief is that satisfied customer will remain loyal and bring new customer through positive word of mouth. This modern concept is also socially and ethically aware, understanding that business has responsibility to wider societal interest. To conclude our introduction, we have seen that marketing has evolved from a simple exchange to a complex customer-oriented business function. We define marketing as the process of creating exchanges that satisfy goals. We analyzed the core elements starting with the crucial distinction between needs, wants and demands. We then charted the evolution of business philosophies from the internally focused production and selling concept to the external focused marketing and societal marketing concept. Finally, we clarified the critical difference between selling, which focuses on the product, and marketing, which focuses on the customer also. This modern customer oriented and integrated approach is the foundation of all successful marketing strategy today. Thank you everyone for your patience listening. In the next session, we will discuss about objectives of marketing management.